This one is called Advancing Action. And I wanted to sort of capture the idea of moving forward in a way, sort of the way Huntsville's doing right now. The I Love Huntsville, sort of iconic. The little girl, she has a backpack on with the glasses and the rainbow, signifying the multiple colors we have here, the diversity here in the Tennessee Valley, and just an everyday schoolgirl. I actually use my daughter as a model for this too.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So the message is pretty much with or conveying love for Huntsville.
Yeah, love for Huntsville, and it was originally used to bring attention to something that was happening in the city. Just off of downtown, there was a house that had been torn down, and a lot of children in the neighborhood, and they would oftentimes play around this rubble. So I contacted the city about it. Nobody was doing anything about it. I said, you know what, I'm going to turn that into an installation. So I did this piece. I mounted it right in the middle of that garbage, where it looked as though she was going into it. It got a lot of coverage. Make a long story short, about a week later, they moved the rubbish. So that's why it's called Advancing Action. We couldn't get anything done by phone call, so we used words along with the image that helped it to happen. Yeah. So that's art activism.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Logan, how's it going?
Oh, it's going all right.
Excellent, excellent. So we're standing in front of your awesome piece of work here. And in a few words, could you just give us a little bit about the piece, what inspired it, how they ended up choosing you for the piece, and things like that?
Actually, I did a live painting event at Low Mill that was held by some people associated with the campus. What inspired the piece was just, Little Richard himself. I knew his most famous songs, but did a little bit of a deeper dive when I got the project and tried to listen to as much of his music as I could and read his biography and tried to understand his life a little more. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of capture the vibrancy and the energy of his music with the colors and all of the shapes I used in the mural.
So the piece has a very organic flow, and it seems like your pathway to murals was sort of a natural unfolding, organic as well, yeah. Like something that's supposed to be.
Exactly. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was. And I kind of feel that way. That's the thing about being an artist, is I feel like sometimes you just have an idea of a vision and you don't necessarily know exactly how it's going to manifest, and you just go with this feeling, you go with this idea, and it does turn into something beautiful, whether that's a lifestyle or a piece of art or a project or music, whatever it is. You just have to have this idea of I want to do something, I want to make something, I want to create, and then you start to do it and it does unfold into something beautiful.
And when I think about the idea of legacy, you think about something being passed from one space to another. And I see the use of hands in here. When you think about the passing of a baton or the passing of something from one quote-unquote hand to another. Talk a little bit about the hands.
So the hands are really special. I really like hands because they express emotion without a face. So I really like to use hands in my pieces just because you can express so many different things without even showing somebody's face, just by using their hands. So the hands in this picture are putting together Legacy Park. So literally the words Legacy Park, the hands are putting them together. If you look in the background, Legacy Park is blown apart. So the hands in the background are kind of picking up the pieces to Legacy Park, and then the hands in the foreground are putting Legacy Park together.
Wow.
So that's what the piece is kind of the story is telling behind the piece.
Listen to Hello Huntsville podcast today on all your favorite podcast platforms.